continuing from what the brother was saying, you know, these jakes and them who in Islam and Hinduism serving these idols and they're not getting up on top. But you see that it's getting up on top. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31. It says, envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. And the Lord set it up beautiful because they're envious. The envious are the wicked because they know they want to live their prosperity life. They want to be like these heathens, saying, you know, following these heathens' footsteps to serve their idols.
And that is it. They want to live in prosperity life, but they don't want to do what it takes to be prosperous. Because what it takes to be prosperous is our obedient lifestyle. Being subjected to the laws of the Yahweh Shem Yosha as a super black Latino native. Deuteronomy 28 and verse, I'll start at verse 10. And all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and they shall be afraid of thee. And the Lord shall make thee plenteous in goods, in the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of thy ground, in the land which the Lord sware unto thy fathers to give thee. And that only come through obedience unto it, as verse 1 says. And it shall come to pass if thou shalt hearken diligently. So if you don't listen to the Heavenly Father, you ain't going to receive plenteousness. This is not the place for us to prosper. You say you go in Sirach 2, at thy last end, as you're bringing out any works, you increase here at the last end. So it's when our Lord returns and he begins to give out them rewards, those that deserve, alright, the reward is going to receive it. And that is the members of the hopefully elect. These are the ones that are going to really enjoy the first, how to say, the first indulgement into the kingdom. The first fruits. The tower of the flock. They will have the, as the scripture say in Micah, the first dominion. Micah 4 and 8.
4, 8, 9, 10.
God. First dominion, and that is what we're striving for. We not settle on release. We're not settling for the drag. Some of these jakes out there, they learn that they're Israelites and they just drop back with that. That will cause it to be called the least. They're going to be called the least. They're going to have your poor ice cream that's with the unbelievers. Is it 5 and 10? 4 and 10? 4 and 8? Come. Micah chapter 4 verse 8, and thou wilt tower up the flock, the stronghold of the daughter of Zion, unto thee shall it come, even the first dominion. The kingdom shall come to the daughter of Jerusalem. First, and that's what we striving to be a part of. That Apostle Paul was talking about. You know, they that run in a race, run all, but one will receive the prize. And the ones that are going to receive the prize is the elect. These are the ones that are striving for the mastery. These jakes out in the world, they're striving, as the scriptures say, concerning Lazarus, he desired to be spread with his crumbs. You understand? They desire to be fed with what have here. We don't desire this. We desire to be in Abraham's bosom.
Precept there is in the book of Isaiah chapter 43, start at verse 11. It says, even I am the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Alright, and Yahweh name is the beginning, it means he exists in one. So he exists. Alright? So it says, and beside me there is no savior. There's no other power, there's no other being that is great as he. Alright? Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. It says, when there was no strange God, alright, among you, therefore ye are my witnesses, says the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, I am power. Alright? Strange God going into these idols. Alright? Our forefathers never knew Jesus Christ. Never knew none of these idols, these false gods. Alright, that you all worship today. Alright? And here we have it is that you come back and destroy you. It's that simple.
Verse 13 and that's
Verse 13.
It says in verse 13, it says, yea, before the day was, I am he.
So, say before the day was, he was there. Right?
And there is none that can deliver out of my hand. I will work, and who shall let it?
Yeah, so he didn't have no God, it was just Yahweh. Yeah, he was just there existing. It didn't have no Shiva. It didn't have none of them there at the time. It didn't have no Jesus there. It didn't have no Allah there. It was just Yahweh. And then he brought forth his only begotten Yahweh Shai. And that is who we have to worship. We have to worship. You see, imaginations will come after men get born on the earth. We not to worship that. And everybody who worshiping that will be fucking confounded because that wasn't there from the beginning. You know?
Job verse 13 says, yea, before the day was I was, he says, yea, before the day was I am he. And there is none that shall deliver out of my hand. I will walk and shall let it.
Well,
This is the book of Psalm chapter 47 verse 1. It says, O clap your hands, all ye people. Shout unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushua with the voice of triumph. For the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Most High, is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth. And we can see how terrible the Lord is right now. How he's dealing with Elam over there. He's raining down the axe upon them right now. You know? So, they go on to say, it says, he shall subdue the people under us and the nations under our feet. And that is what's taking place. You know? The turns of things upside down. Right now, the Lord putting back the nation of Israel, the elect of Israel back up. All what we have been prophesying and letting your leaders know that these gods is no gods. And in the time of trouble, they are not going to help you. It goes on to says, I just want to jump down to verse 7. It says, verse 8, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua reigned over the heathen, the power seated upon the throne of holiness. And that is the God we praise him, the one that reigned over these heathens. And as the scripture says, this is how Yahweh is. That is the appearance we're going to be in also. And this is the beginning of the trodden down, the visitation at Elam.
It's the book of Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 52. It says, wherefore behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, that I will do judgment upon her graven images, and through all the land the wounded shall groan. Though Babylon should mount up to heaven, and though she should fortify the height of her strength, yet from me shall spoilers come unto her, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And as we emphasize in this lesson, that is just the beginning of it. The Most High ain't going to just stop at Elam. He going to go into the western niche, and all the gods going to be visited. And the ultimate land of idolatry is going to visit it, which is America, as you read in, I believe you read Isaiah 19. Going into Egypt with a swift cloud. That's when the Lord returns with them chariots. Who is he that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah? The Lord is going to address Babylon. What is what they're saying here? Who is God here? He's coming to show who is God.
Right.
Alright? One power. Now the scripture saying Zechariah 14 and 9. Get that real quick. Zechariah 14 and 9.
Alright?
Yeah, right.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14 and verse 9. It says, and the Lord shall be king over all the earth.
Over all the earth. And who gave him that dominion? His father. Sirach 10. Soon the Lord going to set over it one that is profitable, and that is him. Whether they be Colossians 1 and Colossians chapter 1 and verse, I start at verse 15. Who is the image of the invisible power, the firstborn of every creature? For by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones, or dominions, or principalities, or powers, all things were created by him and for him. So he's coming back to take what his rightfully is. That power seat.
Yeah, Zechariah 14 and verse 9 it says, and the Lord shall, your Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua shall be king over all the earth. In that day shall there be one Lord, and his name one.
His name one.
This is the book of Jeremiah 51 and verse 17. Every man is brutish by his knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven image. For his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. They are vanity, the work of errors. In the time of their visitation they shall perish.
That's what happened to the gods of Elam. They have been visited. And it's the Most High put that spirit on them, saying Elamites to destroy the gods. Which today we could bring out an edifying lesson to show the world by extension, because this is on the internet. The world is watching. So the prophets here explaining what's happening is what we're here for. We're here to explain what's taking place, because apparently nobody seems to know. Alright, because the Most High, what he does is he reveals his secrets to the servants. What the Heavenly Father is doing, he's setting up a new rulership. He's now stamping in his authority on this earth. And as time goes by, more prophecies going to unfold and more devastation. Things ain't gonna get better. And he's coming for you, Esau. That's who he's coming for. You set up yourself, you're God too? Okay. He's coming to bring you down as well. You also gonna be broken. And who gonna break them in? Who gonna break them in? We. We going and break them in.
Isaiah 2:17.
Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 17. And the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low. And the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua alone shall be exalted in that day.
And literally, because Revelation 12:7 says there was war in heaven. So Esau actually going up there. He didn't know, he didn't leave the earth's atmosphere. But he's waiting for the Lord to return, and as he returns, he's trying to intercept, fight the Lord. That is the height Esau reached out. But the scripture saying what? He gonna lofty looks of men gonna be brought low. They're gonna be bowed down. Neither was their place found anymore in heaven. It ain't gonna have no more space for us. When the Lord finished with you, it ain't gonna have no more capital city America. It ain't gonna have no more new world order agenda to microchip everybody. All that gonna be done away with when the Lord returns. The eagle gonna land, and when he lands, he's gonna be destroyed. Next verse.
Verse 18, it says, and the idols he shall utterly abolish.
That is it. Abolish. Wipe out. No more idols. And all nations gonna be forced. They're gonna be violently caused to worship Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And the nation that would not come up to worship, they're gonna have punished. They're gonna be punished. Because the true judges gonna be on the scene, they're gonna be judging in righteousness. We ain't gonna be judging if we're not wearing seatbelt or not wearing no mask. We're gonna be judging if we're not doing what the Lord wanted to do.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 60 and verse 12. It says, for the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
Wasted, and that wasteness, it's gonna happen in a grand way through them nukes. It's gonna happen to a grand way through them nukes. That is the beginning of the wasting. He created the waster to destroy, and then the remnant of them, the ones who remain, who went and hide in the bunkers and think they escape, we go in and get them. And we get them, we're gonna bring them into captivity, and we're gonna break them in.
This is Revelation 19 and 6. It says, and I heard as it were the voice of a great multitude, and as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of mighty thundering, saying, Hallelujah, for the Lord omnipotent reigneth. Understand? The Lord omnipotent, all powerful, omnipotent. Omni means all, potent, we go after potency, meaning powerful. Can't remember the exact
All powerful.
All powerful, yeah. Omni means all potent, powerful, all powerful. So if your power not all powerful, because as I was saying earlier, this is what it's going to come down to. The reason for serving our God is to be saved with some sort of salvation. That is the purpose of serving. If your power cannot save you, then your power is nothing. Because the reason you're praying to this power is that anytime you're in times of trouble, you could call on him and he could deliver you. You understand? These heathens was calling on the idols. And there was, as you were saying earlier, Caleb, that there was blessing them because it had a spirit behind them. That was in them some sort of prosperity. But when our power, Yahweh, Basham Yahushai, put end, and as he's about to put end to all of these idols, your idol will have no more power. And then the true power will be exalted. And if you're not serving him, then you will have no salvation because you will need to be saved. You will need, you're coming down to that point. Salvation will be the prime thing on everybody's lips. How are we being saved from these trouble? How are we going to get saved? Who saving? What saving? And if your power can't save you, well then the ultimate thing is to get rid of it. Jesus Christ will be no more. Jesus Christ, they will cry and plead and bawl and beg. Cut the self, just like men with Elijah. They cut the self, the bawling, send on, do it. You understand? We just send on fire from it.
To burn up the altar.
To burn up the altar, send it down and up to now. I don't what it is. And then Elijah mocked them. And then he called for water around. Wet it, throw water around. To even show how powerful he poured. He showed water in this. And he called. And then bam. And that is where he go and come around to. And who was ashamed? Was Elijah ashamed? No, he wasn't ashamed. He boasted. David boasted in the heavenly Father when he go to kill Goliath. He said, I want you come to me with your God, I want to come to you in my power name. And he slew Goliath. That is what we're doing right now, boasting in the Lord. Because he is the true power, he is the omnipotent, the all-powerful God.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 63, verse 1. It says, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength.
And chariots.
It says, I that speak in righteousness might save you.
You need a power to save you. When you're in trouble. Elam right now in trouble. Over here in India. When they're calling on the power, can't save. You Jakes in Trinidad and roll over the road, you're going to be in trouble just now. Jacob trouble is coming. And when you go and call on a power for salvation, he will, the God hold you power now to right now, hold you putting up on your car, real men serve Jesus. And look what Jesus do for me, you know, they get a new car, look what Jesus do for me. You know, they're calling on him in the time to be saved, he won't answer. Because that is the important time when you need to show your power. That is when the Lord like to show up himself. What I can do for my people. The ones who are serving him. You understand? That is how he just got a name for himself. A mighty hand. And a stretched out arm. He delivered me from Egypt. And he got a name for himself. His name was echoed all through the earth. Yahweh, the power of the Israelites. He delivered them from the bondage of the Egyptians.
Isaiah 66 and 4. I also will choose their delusion and will bring their fears upon them. Because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear. But they did evil.
And when that was when the men was out there. His men. That's how the Most High speaks. Through his prophets. The Most High ain't gonna call you on your phone. He will send an eagle with a letter between the claws. The Most High gonna send his men. Humble men out of different walks of life that he gave his knowledge to go there and to speak to you. To tell you what is to come. But what Israel did, Israel said, as for the word that was spoken unto us, we will not do. Because why? They look at us and they ain't seeing riches on the mark upon us. They ain't seeing what they want, the glamour that they're looking for. the plenteousness that they desire in this place. They ain't seen it in us. So they, as the scripture says, they mock the messengers. But just now the messengers gonna be, as Wisdom of Solomon 5 say, then shall the righteous man stand with great boldness. Because our God going and do something for us. In them hard times, He will deliver us out of, in 6 troubles, He going and deliver us, and in the 7th as well.
No evil shall touch you. I will say.
Come
Shall
nigh.
deliver thee, shall not come nigh thee. Shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, and in 7 there shall no evil come nigh thee. So that is what we're looking for. Because evil times coming on the face of the earth. But I want to believe it or not.
Please.
Please, yeah, can.
Please,
Believe it or not.
Jeremiah 3 and 23, it says, truly in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills and from the multitude of mountains. Truly in the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, our power, is salvation of Israel. That is it.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32. You understand? At verse 37. Alright, it says, and he shall say, where are their gods? The rock in whom they trusted, which did eat the fat of their sacrifices and drank the wine of their drink offerings. Let them rise up and help you and be your protection.
Like, I was watching an article, I was reading an article some time back. I did a lesson on it. I forget the Elamite's name, but she was basically in the hospital dying. And they had the article, the title of the article was, who would save, whoever she name was, let's say Ram Singh. Who would save Ram Singh? So I titled the lesson, Let Her God Save Her. That is just it. Who go in and save Ram Singh? She God supposed to step in and save she now. But the God cannot save. So they have to resort to what? To Mammon. To give Esau the Mammon for Esau to play God now. And Esau is only killed.
Are you on this?
This is book of Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 28. But where are thy gods that thou hast made thee? Let them arise if they can save thee in the time of thy trouble. For according to the number of thy cities are thy gods, O Judah. Because in the midst of Elam it are Israelites over thee too. Now the scripture says, thy own sin shall correct thee, thy own iniquity shall correct thee. So right now the Lord chastising Elam and the confusion of faces over in the land India right now. So the casting down all the idols too.
Disappear. The book of Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 16. Therefore pray not for thou for this people, neither lift up cry nor pray for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear thee. Seest thou not what they do in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? The children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead their dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offering unto other gods, that they may provoke me to anger. Verse 19. Do they provoke me to anger? Said the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Do they not provoke themselves to the confusion of their own faces? Therefore thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, mine anger and my fury shall be poured out upon this place, upon man and upon beast, and upon the trees of the field, and upon the fruit of the ground, and it shall burn and shall not be quenched.
Jeremiah 10 and 8 says, but they are altogether brutish and foolish. The stock is a doctrine of vanities. Silver is spread into plates. Silver spread into plates is brought from Tarshish, and gold from Euphaz, the work of the workman and the hands of the founder. Blue and purple is their clothing. They are all the work of cunning men. But Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is the true power. He is a living power and an everlasting king. At his wrath the earth shall tremble, and the nation shall not be able to abide his indignation. Thus shall he say unto them, the gods that have not made the heavens and the earth, even they shall perish. It says, from the earth and from under these heavens. And the ultimate God of Babylon right now is Jesus Christ. Any God that put up for everybody to bow down to. Esau pop himself. Say, everybody watch me. And he's the God here now. Bow down to me. That fucker going to be destroyed.
That's right.
He don't be destroyed already. Most people don't know that he don't look like that now. Well, Jakes don't say that. See that I mentioned? I have 4 people. Every day Jakes now saying that he sees a Bourget. That painting and Leonardo da Vinci. He getting destroyed. Knowledge increase.
In 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
This is the book of Baruch chapter 4, because you see, we were mentioned knowledge increase, right? And then we say now everybody know LA. Like Sisha Bourget, Baruch chapter 4 and verse 6, it says, you were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, because so like I'm not anyone the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves. 2:31 to us. Baruch chapter 2 verse 31, and shall know that I am the Lord their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear. Says, for I know that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivity they shall remember themselves. And that's what taking place, a remembrance. A remembrance taking place. Hey, I know you know I was looking, because the prophets outside here edifying who he wanted to Israel. But to Israel don't want to hear that. So the average Jake who making that statement could be of the Lord's elect, or he want to.
They don't realize now that I see that either my son will come out saying that man is not the son of God, he didn't look like that. And all that, either my son will say that. Because the work going out there, like the breaking down and the strongholds. You understand? And it's going out, it could only increase from here. It didn't go and go back to a point where we go in and believe that the man used to look like that. That's done. That's done away with. It could only increase from here, and we're going to increase to it. We're going to increase to when the Lord actually comes.
Water that they could pass over. Water that they had to swim in. You had to deal with it. You flood in the place right now, and you just had to deal with it. So you can't deny it. The truth out there. I'm really flooding this place. Day by day, videos going up, revealing who he is. Doing lessons showing that the Most High only is the power of heaven and earth. It's undeniable. Now he say, the truth that has been so long without fruit shall be declared, something like that.
Psalm chapter 135, starting at verse 15. The idols of the heathen are silver and gold, the work of men's hands. They have mouths, but they speak not. Eyes have they, but they see not. They have ears, but they hear not. Neither is there any breath in their mouths. These idols have no life in them. You see, like if a disaster hit, some of them Elams, that's how they goes outside in their yard and thing.
Yeah,
singing. In their yard and thing, they flow. What I want to say, baby, so that.
Because silver, you want to pick up your board.
You don't want to pick up your board and put it in
and try it.
back of your hand.
Try your board, pull your wet.
I will pass and like go feces on it. You work your clean and stuff, you are the one clean it.
Like, so like,
recently a while back, they robbed the temple down here with all the gods in it. They robbed the temple, take all the gold of it, the idols and thing. And go with it, and the idols and do nothing.
even in Ongbak, I watch Ongbak. Can't remember which part it was. I believe it's the first part one, Ongbak part one. What the men do, they went in the which part with the is them people name? on back type of people who just fight Muay Thai.
Philippines,
It's a lot.
Indonesian? No, not them.
It's not Indonesian, it's Poland.
Taiwanese.
Anyway, my comeback. But they have a temple, and in the temple, I wanted a statues set up. And the thieves went in and cut off the statue head and go with it. And that's what Ong Bak was fighting for, to get back. That besides the elephant scene, part one is to get back the idol head that they cut off and steal. So that shows that if you are to go and fight for your God, what kind of God is that? Your God's supposed to fight for you. And that is what Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has been doing for Israel. He's the one that has been fighting for us. You understand? That's the reason why he never used to send us out in multitudes. Send us no few. Because I don't want to say that you do it, you do it. And this is what he's teaching us today. Because how much many bring? Not a few?
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, and verse 14. It's the back up in the big where I say about this wood, alright, like waters. Alright, it says, for the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, as the waters cover the sea. That is why these people being conformed to their idols. That is why we realize, hey, Esau is our idol. Esau is our idol. Everybody idolize Esau and say Jabot Boje. Alright? But through this word and through the knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, hey, he name and all. Confirm the whole world. This is the truth.
America is really that great city. That simple kingdom. Because they set up this show they have American idols. American idol. Well, them idols gonna be utterly moved at his presence. And right now them idols that they set up, they're falling. Like the stars of heaven shall fall. You know, they're falling. The daughters of music shall be brought low. Because that's who the people watch as gods today. If they can sing good, if they can dance. It's beyond that. You gotta go to the source that created these people that can dance and that can sing.
Correct. When I hear big idol, you know, this AI, artificial intelligence, she coming with the microchip. True that. Everybody down behind that idea, boy. If you want to with this AI thing now, and intake, that is one of the idol. He's setting up that idol right now, the chip too.
That's the always saying, and that is us prophesying that the market is coming, which is your very microchip, because a lot of the movies is AI movies. That's the add to it what I read in Habakkuk. This is book of Deuteronomy 32 verse 2. It says, my doctrine shall drop as the rain, my speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass. And if it is analyze it, rain is falling around the world.